Welcome back to the Home of Horror podcast.
Come with me.
And welcome back to a very drunk episode of the Home of Horror podcast. I am your host, John. This is my co-host, Matt. Matt, say hi.
What is cracking, my friend?
It's spooky season, baby.
It's fucking spooky season. We both drunky.
Very.
We both a little drunky.
We just had a heated argument outside between a bunch of people, whether about the new Evil Dead movie, the old Evil Dead movie, but that's not what we're talking about today, okay?
That's not what we're talking
What we're talking about,
because the new Evil Dead is actually, it's actually pretty damn good.
It's good. It's good.
It's very good.
The original's good.
I said that. I wouldn't call it great. It's very good.
Right.
We're not talking about the Evil Dead, though. We are talking about
Halloween
3.
Season of the Witch, baby.
Yeah. Great movie.
We are digressing from Michael Myers today, even though the hat says different. So we're saying this is a very drunk episode because this is episode 28 of the Home of Horror podcast.
And we've already recorded episode 27 tonight.
So we're doing another episode. We're trying to bring you guys a lot of content for spooky season.
And if anybody didn't know, I was down with the COVID. I was
yes.
down with the COVID for a few weeks. John was really afraid to come over here.
That's actually not true.
It's not true.
So really what happened was, usually we do an episode every 2 weeks. Matt got COVID-19. COVID-19.
What? It's scary. That's the scariest.
So he retracted the virus.
Contracted. Not retracted.
Not retracted. Well, you're retracted now.
I'm retracted.
No, yeah, we had a little COVID scare, so we had to make sure we were.
Well, Johnny's got a baby at home.
Yes.
You know, we wanted to play it safe. We wanted to do all these things the right way.
And we had
and his baby, it's what? How old's your kid? Almost a year old.
11 months.
It's fully
on Monday,
and he's fully vaccinated. No, we just wanted to play it safe. We wanted to be good. And we got a Salem trip next weekend.
So we're trying to pump out some content.
So we really wanted to get back in the studio, hit you guys up, and have some good times. You know, we talked about Ernest in the last episode, and now we're going to talk about Michael. Oh, no, we're not going to talk about Michael Myers. We're going to talk about
the beauty of it.
The Silver Shamrock.
The Silver Shamrock.
So
we're going Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, which is the Halloween sequel that digresses from Michael Myers. Completely different story.
Absolutely.
John Carpenter still, but
Yep.
So his original plan was to have Halloween be a kind of an anthology.
Yep.
Be different stories every time.
On Halloween night.
Right.
That was initially what it was supposed to be. You know what I mean? Halloween night, different
stories,
characters, different
Halloween
characters,
night,
different story every Halloween night.
Which if he kept bringing bangers like this,
and the thing is, this was negatively viewed. You know, Halloween 3. Everybody wanted Michael Myers. Everybody wanted that fucking slasher. Everybody wanted to fucking have Laurie Strode and Michael Myers, but you didn't have it, and I didn't hate it. I did not hate it. In fact, I really liked it. And if you had this as a standalone movie, you didn't have it in the Halloween franchise, I think it would be viewed as a whole as a much better movie.
I think so as well. I think what happened was, you know, Carpenter originally had the idea to obviously have an anthology series and have something different. Michael Myers was his first idea. He wanted to go away from that and do different stories on Halloween night, which would have been a great idea. Now,
absolutely.
Do I think that it would have been as successful of a franchise if he did that?
No.
I don't know. But what happened was he does Halloween 78, right? And then it's so big that he has to bring back Michael Myers.
Yeah.
He does that for Halloween 2. It's another great movie. But here's the thing. You have, if we do the timeline correct, right? We have Halloween 78, and then we have Halloween 2. And then we have Season of the Witch. And then after that, they bring back Michael Myers.
Yeah.
And the story just really gets out of control as far as Michael Myers goes.
I think the reason we wanted to do this one, though, as far as Halloween 3,
Right.
me and you kind of talked about it, was we have Halloween Kills coming out. And that's the third in the installment
Of as far as Halloween 78, Halloween 2018, then we have Halloween
and then we
Kills.
have Halloween Kills. So we wanted to do this one, and I think it's I don't want to say great, because I don't like to say great in movies. We've talked about this many times.
Right, well, we were talking about it on the Malignant series.
And we've talked about Malignant.
I rated it, like a 7.6, and you were like, you gave it like a 6.9 or something like that.
6.9,
because you were like,
because it's original.
It's
original.
But the point is, you were saying it's really hard to give a movie a 7 or an 8 because in your eyes, and I think most people's eyes, I don't think they realize this when they're reviewing movies, but
there's certain heroes and anti-heroes that you equate certain things to.
Right, and it's also like you have to realize that 8 is really close to a 10.
Absolutely.
So you have to really be, I think here on this podcast we're a little more strict. I think you more than me.
Absolutely, you love terrible movies.
Yeah, and I think that's okay. I don't. In all seriousness, I think that's
like
okay.
the balance of it.
Right,
because you try to talk me into things.
Right.
And I try to talk you out of things.
Right.
So it all works out.
Because like you said, it really sparked a little interest in my mind when I said 7.9 or 7.6, whatever I said for Malignant was a high. And I was kind of like, you're kind of right because, I stand by that rating.
Right.
But our ratings are different. And I think that's important to mention because it should be, if you're a film buff, you're a movie buff, no matter what you're into, comedy, horror,
right,
drama, action, it should be hard to get to that one or two spots.
If you call a movie great, then it should be a movie that you're on a desert island and you would want to watch for the rest of your fucking life.
And that doesn't mean that that's the difference.
Yes.
Where
is this a movie you want to watch for the rest of your life?
Just because you don't call a movie great doesn't mean that the movie is a throwaway.
Right. Hey, cheers to that, and cheers to all you spooky fellas and ladies outside.
Happy October, guys.
Happy October. It's flannel season, bitches.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
Johnny's had a few drinks.
Yeah. Tequila all day.
Cheers, bud. Cheers to you guys. No, absolutely. I totally agree with you. And that's the way I look at it. If you were trapped on a deserted island, what movies would you want to watch?
Right.
If you say it's great, then that has to be in your running. Okay? There's very few movies that I would like to say, this is great. Would I call Halloween 3 great? No, I would not.
Right.
However, is it one of the best in the Halloween franchise? I would call it that.
Yeah.
And me and you actually talked about it. If it was a standalone franchise, not even a franchise, if this was a standalone movie and Halloween 3 was not included in it, or the name Halloween was not included in it.
That's the thing right there. The franchise name.
Right. Then I think it would be more prestigious than it is now because it came out to negative reviews.
Right.
Why? Because Michael Myers was not a part of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, and I think it goes both ways. I think it gets negative reviews because it doesn't have Michael Myers. And that's a positive thing. You know why? Mm-hmm. Because Michael Myers was obviously, people realized that he was so iconic,
right,
that his story needed to continue. Correct?
Agreed.
But it's also a negative because you don't get to fully respect this film as it is.
What do you think the budget was for this movie, Halloween 3?
Oh, it had to be pretty big, man.
Give me an estimate.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot. Give me an estimate what you think the budget was.
15 million. What does that mean?
That means you're way off.
High or low, though?
Lower, man.
Way lower.
Way lower.
See, that's interesting. Cause
Okay, give me your next guess. Because this is we're
6 million. Lower?
Lower.
Really?
Yeah, give me your next estimate.
3.5.
Give me a next estimate.
Higher.
Lower.
You're shitting me.
Not shitting you, bro.
Okay, just so everybody knows, we just did same night.
No, don't.
Same night. We just did Ernest Scared Stupid, which was 12 million. Correct?
No, that was not 12 million.
Yes, it was.
Was it 12 million?
Yes.
I can tell you
If I'm
exactly.
wrong, I'm gonna feel like a real dickhead.
Yeah, I feel like you're gonna feel like a dickhead too. The budget for this movie was $2.5 million. Ernest Scared Stupid, the budget $9.6 million.
So a lot, way more,
Way
which is
more.
ridiculous to me.
$7.1
and I
million
have no
more.
idea why.
$7.1 million more. $2.5 million for this movie, and how much do you think it brought in?
8.
14.1.
So way better. So it wasn't
So
technically a box office crumble. It was just people didn't.
no,
it
they
didn't
made
live up to Michael Myers.
they made their money. It didn't make up to Michael.
They made way more than their fucking money. Holy shit! That's why That's why they were like, oh, let's go back to Michael Myers because we have plenty of money to fucking do it.
Right.
But it's interesting. What I wanted to get back to was, yeah, it's a blessing and a curse because Michael Myers, deserved for more of his story to be told.
Absolutely.
So it's a blessing that the franchise continued with Michael Myers.
Yes.
Because Michael Myers is an iconic character.
Right.
But it's a curse.
Do you know Michael Myers' middle name?
No.
Emery.
Is that serious?
Michael Emery Myers.
Okay. Either way, what I'm saying is...
I just made that whole thing up.
Cool. What I'm saying is it's a blessing and a curse because a blessing, we get an icon.
Yeah, we get an icon for sure.
More than an icon. Actually, I think we have said
baby.
I think we've said on this podcast that he's the top of the Mount Rushmore.
Me and you both agree with that. Yep.
Like 100%.
100%.
But here's the curse is that after Halloween 4, the story falls off completely.
It's because it was a money grab. You know what I mean?
Right.
And at that point, Hollywood gets
But
involved.
I think that's the
and
blessing of
producers
it,
get
right?
involved.
That's why he's an icon because no matter if you put Michael Myers' name to it, he develops, he evolves into this moneymaker no matter what.
Well, you put the name Michael Myers in anything,
Right.
whether it be the spy who shagged me or
But
no,
true.
I'm just kidding. But Michael Myers in the horror genre, if you put his name in anything, it's gonna make money.
Yeah.
Why? Because there's hardcore fans out there.
Yeah.
And there's people who have watched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 movies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And have grown up with Michael Myers.
Right.
So they're going to want to see where Michael Myers goes to. So if you put that name in anything, it's going to make money.
Yeah.
To a certain point. If you fucking do the franchise wrong, then fans will leave you.
Now,
However,
yeah.
what they've done with 2018 and what we expect
For Halloween
Halloween Kills.
Yeah.
It brings Michael Myers to a whole new level. And it brings Michael Myers to a level where me and you maybe have never even seen
Right.
Michael Myers.
Well,
You know what I mean? Do you think? I look at 2018 and I think it's a great, and I say great very rarely. I think
Right.
it's a great movie.
I think it is.
I think Halloween 2018 is a great movie.
Here's the thing.
And I look at Halloween Kills and I think it can be a great movie. if they go in the direction that I hope they go, because we haven't seen it, it hasn't been released in the U.S. yet.
Right.
I think it can be. Is that your same thoughts too?
I'm gonna go in the same direction, but I'm gonna diverge into another road almost. So it's interesting because, well, first of all, what I want to say is you're right about growing up with the icon. Like you grow up with the name, you're always gonna go see the movies.
Right.
So anybody who grew up in the late '80s to early 2000s are always gonna go see those movies. 4, 5, Curse of Michael Myers,
Right.
H2O.
As bad as they are.
Right.
Right.
You're still
As
gonna
bad
go
as
see
they
it
are,
because you
right.
grew up with the name, right? But those movies were bad.
They were bad. And but that's what I'm saying. 2018 was great.
Right. So here's my difference is I still think Halloween 2 was good.
No, it was great.
But
Halloween 2 was great.
if I had
They did a
to-
great job with Halloween 2.
Right. Now here's where we get a little iffy because we're considered millennials, right?
No, I don't identify as being a millennial.
But we're considered them.
I don't identify, bitch.
84
being
to whatever is
I don't
millennials.
identify. Dude, you can call me a millennial all you want, but I'm going to call you a homophobic, fucking racist, whatever the fuck they call you now if you
But
call me a millennial.
here's what I'm saying is, would you rather, now just answer it just then because I have a lot more to say. Would you rather go with Halloween 2 as a sequel or Halloween 2018 as a sequel? Because obviously 2018 says Halloween 2 never happened.
I get that.
So what would you rather go with, 2018 or Halloween 2? And that's I'm not judging your answer.
I would rather go with 2018.
Me as well.
You know, and that pains me to say that. Almost.
Absolutely.
It almost pains me to say it.
But it's true.
But it's true because
But it
because of
also-
what they've done with strides in the effects and the storytelling and the visual effects. And I will tell you what, in 2018, when I watch, what are we talking about here? We're talking about Halloween 3. We're not even talking about Michael Myers.
I know, but
however, when I watch Halloween 2018, in that scene in the asylum where you got the checkerboard fucking
right.
and you see him there, and then they bring out the mask, and the dogs start barking, and everybody starts going fucking crazy. There's a feeling that gets in your soul,
Right.
and in my heart, where it's like, this is bad. This is bad. This is not a good thing. And
Right.
God knows this isn't a good thing, and the dogs know this isn't a good thing, and the people
Everyone
know this
knows.
isn't a good thing. That makes you feel a certain way.
And you know
what
why
I mean?
it does? It's because a whole generation has
40
grown.
years later.
A whole generation has grown
40
up
years
without
later.
Michael Myers,
Right.
and they're about to have that
Yep.
whole pressure put on them. Now, I was going to continue with my point, but you're right. This is a drunk episode. We're drunk. We've been drunk. If you've watched this podcast at all, you know we stay fucking drunk.
Right. And you know that I'm taller than John. And
It's not true. Okay? If I
Oh,
stand
no,
up tall enough,
as he stands up, right. Here we
I love you, bro.
I love you too, man.
We have people outside our studio right now waiting, listening to this episode. Just to let you know.
Just waiting to
But
hang.
what I'm going to do is I had way more to say about what we were talking about, but I'm going to digress because guess what? We're talking about Season
Halloween
of the Witch.
3. We're talking about Season
And
of the
we're,
Witch.
We're
Tom
18
Atkins.
minutes in, and we have shit to talk about. So
Tom Atkins,
we're gonna,
Poonhound.
We're gonna go back.
Poonhound.
I agree with you to the original point that this movie. So I have 2 points. This movie, this movie definitely would have been, I think, better received,
Yes.
quote unquote,
As not a Halloween movie.
as not a Halloween
Yep,
movie.
100%.
Now, there's certain things about the movie though.
Oh yeah, they do a lot of throwbacks in this movie.
Yeah. So for
They
one
almost
thing,
play Halloween off like it was fake.
Right.
And I
well,
do
it's
like
not in the same universe.
and well no because they have the Halloween commercials. They're playing Halloween on the TVs.
But
they're
what are we
doing-
talking about though? Are we talking about the movie or the holiday?
in 2000? I mean, Halloween 3, they're playing it off like Halloween never happened.
Okay.
Halloween was a fake thing.
Well,
This
true,
was this
but not true.
Oh my God! Here we go.
No, no,
Here we
no.
go.
I'm
See, I knew we were going to disagree here at some point.
right. Well, if we want to skip ahead, I'll say that they played Halloween the movie, while Tom Atkins' character was tied up in the warehouse
Several times. They played Halloween several times.
Right. So
in this
it's
movie.
not that it didn't happen. It's just it's not in the same universe.
Well, no, no, it's not the same universe. They played off Halloween as it was
Just a
Hollywood
movie,
movie.
right.
They played it off like it was a
Okay.
Hollywood movie. Michael Myers is a fictional character in this movie.
Right.
And Jamie Lee Curtis is Laurie Strode.
Now, do you think? Here's my question: do you think that was the right move?
I think it was. I think
do?
it was.
Because
Yes.
here's where I differ.
I think it was perfect. I think for Halloween 3, what they did there was they took Halloween and the success they had from Halloween and Halloween 2.
Right.
And they took the success from that and they said, okay, this is a movie. This is
Right.
a made for TV movie. Where we're gonna have this Irish bastard.
Yeah, Celtic. Actually,
we're gonna
not
have-
Irish. Well, yeah, Irish, but Celtic.
This Irish bastard.
Yeah.
We're gonna have this Irish bastard
right.
want to kill all these children at the end of the night.
Yeah, okay, now, will you hear me out though?
I don't know
So-
if I want to hear you out.
Listen to me. I understand where you're coming from because I understand that if the anthology continued and Halloween 4 was a completely different story,
Yeah.
Halloween 5 it's all anthology and nothing makes
And what it was
it's all
supposed to be.
different stories,
What it was
right.
supposed to be, right.
But it's so hard not to talk about Michael Myers.
It's so hard not
It's
to talk
so
about Michael
weird, man.
Because he is the icon. He is
But
the man.
I still think that it in a roundabout way it comes back to how good Halloween 3 is.
Yeah.
Just picture this for me. If you're a fan of Halloween 3, say they never show the movie when Tom Atkins is tied up. They never show it.
Agreed.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, I'm
So
listening.
just
Yeah,
hear me out.
I'm
This
listening, bro.
This
Don't-
is
you
a
don't-
dream. This
yeah.
is a dream.
This is a dream sequence.
Dream
Yeah.
sequence for me. You knew the word. Do you know why? Because we're writing a new script, and I know you saw that.
know,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
get
yeah.
you, I get you.
More of that to follow. But so picture Halloween 1, Halloween 2 happens. That's the story of Michael Myers.
Right.
Done.
Right.
Right.
And now we're into a new phase
Completely
of
new
Halloween.
story.
Yes.
And picture, obviously, we're looking ahead, but Tom Atkins is tied up and does not see Halloween, the movie, playing on the
Tom
screen.
Atkins probably wanted to be tied up by that girl. He is a
we'll
poon
get into
hound.
him
He's
soon.
a poon
We're going to
hound.
get into that character
Yeah,
soon.
we're
But
gonna
let's
get
go back to this. So they do, obviously, especially with the commercials, obviously. It's like,
Absolutely,
9
yeah.
days to Halloween,
Yeah,
8
yeah,
days
yeah,
to
yeah,
Halloween,
yeah.
7
Yeah,
days
yeah,
to
yeah,
Halloween. They do the whole
This is
countdown,
Halloween.
which is great, by the way. I don't
Right.
want to discredit that.
No,
Great
absolutely.
idea.
They did a great
because
job
what it
with
does
that.
is it gets that commercial in your head, and it's fucking annoying.
And how many
It's
times
annoying.
do you see a commercial over and
Oh,
over
yeah.
and over again,
It's
especially
totally annoying,
nowadays?
and it's a brilliant idea. I want to make that known
Yep.
on camera,
Brilliant
on
idea.
podcast. Brilliant idea. It's annoying as fuck.
Yep.
But they have, judging by the score is still done by John Carpenter.
Yes.
Obviously. The score is great up
Yep.
until this point, right? 7 days of Halloween, 6 days of Halloween, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Right.
It finally gets to Halloween, right?
Yeah.
Now imagine this. Imagine no other sequel in this franchise goes back to Michael Myers, right?
Right.
But there's still no score. There's
Right.
nothing better than the original Halloween theme song.
I don't think they wanted to do anything better than that.
But listen to me. But there's nothing better still. And it's still technically the same franchise, just you're not bringing back Michael Myers,
Right. No, and you still have the same players involved
obviously
in
you
doing
get
this.
you get the title card scenes that are like 3 days till Halloween, 2
Right.
days till Saturday, the day before Halloween.
Right.
It says that, right?
They're counting down. Right. Yeah.
And the tension's building.
Absolutely.
Imagine if you get that, because it pans to the Halloween, it pans to the Shamrock Factory, and it says Halloween.
Yes.
Do you play the original theme song though?
Yeah, how can you? That's
But
Michael. That's
how?
Michael Myers.
But how good would it?
How? That's Michael Myers'
Yeah,
theme song, though.
but in an anthology like we've seen,
That's Michael Myers' theme
like
song,
we've seen
bro.
with Trick or Treat, which was
So
great.
Trick or Treat was not. I would not put Trick or Treat anywhere close to even this movie. I would not put Trick or Treat. You would put Trick or Treat above Halloween 3?
Absolutely.
I would
Absolutely.
not. I would not. I would not.
Man.
I would not.
Really?
Really.
You think Halloween 3 has the same
think
effect as Trick or Treat does to horror
Halloween
fans?
3
Wow.
has the same effect, if not more, than Trick or Treat does.
You know what? I'll give you your credit. You might be right.
I'd love to know what people think.
Yeah, I think people go
You know what I
50-50
mean?
on that.
Yeah.
I really do. So anyway, this movie is brilliant on its own. It's
Brilliant, yes.
It's
We didn't even talk about Halloween 3.
but it's packed full.
Great movie, though.
Kids die.
Kids, dude, if you have a horror movie where kids die, I hate to say it,
But it's only
I'm a fan.
But it's only one kid. Don't you think at the end
No.
of this movie, for everybody who's seen it,
Everyone,
obviously who's watching
all
this,
them kids die at the end.
yeah, but don't
In
you
my
f-
opinion.
But don't you want a little more at the end?
I do. It's an ambiguous ending.
Yeah,
we've talked
it's
about
ambiguous,
this.
which
it's
leaves,
an
it leaves
ambiguous
it up.
ending because he ends it. Please shut it off.
You don't always love ambiguous endings, though.
But I love this one because.
So you're saying that there's certain ambiguous endings you like and some you
Oh
don't.
my God!
'Cause you didn't like The Lodge.
Johnny, I will smash
The Lodge. You didn't
because
like
I had
that ambiguous
I had
ending.
a better ending for it, and
For
we
sure.
talked about it.
You don't
and we
think there's
talked about
so
it.
you don't think there's a better ending to to episode or
Yeah, they don't
episode.
shut the fucking.
Season-
They don't shut the fucking TV off, and all the kids die.
Well, you don't think they have an opportunity to say, "Hey, let's let it run for like a couple minutes and show a couple other kids."
There's no fucking way. If something happened, John,
Right.
and you were to call a TV station and you said you need to shut this off because blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Do you think they'd shut that off immediately?
No.
No fucking chance. Do you think it would take probably an hour or two?
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you're all about shock factor. They didn't show any of that.
They didn't show any of it, but I want to believe that happened. I want to believe. Okay, you want to believe you. You want me to know what I believe? I want to believe. I want to believe. I want to believe. I want to believe in my shock factor, where all those kids died.
You burned my tongue, bro.
Every single one of them kids died. That put them masks on and put the. Oh, Johnny's spitting up now.
He burnt my tongue. He burnt my tongue.
Johnny's spitting up. That every time.
So what you're saying is that your imagination says that all these kids died because they couldn't shut the
You're
last
damn
channel
right.
off.
You're damn right.
But there's some ambiguous endings that you didn't like that ended
Absolutely.
the same way.
Absolutely.
That ended the same way.
There's some ambiguous endings that I hated.
So you're saying that this movie portrayed it a little bit better
A little bit better.
for you to, because obviously he's screaming at the end.
He's screaming.
And then, which is brilliant, they roll that same theme song out, right? Which is
he
a
did it-
little like Halloween.
Atkins
but
did a great job in this movie.
you said you had something to add about Atkins.
I thought he was just a poonhound. I don't think he cared about any of this at all in the beginning.
Now,
I thought he just wanted to get pussy, and I
But-
feel like that's what he did through most of the movie.
But does this pertain to just his character in this, or all movies?
All movies.
'Cause he's
Absolutely.
kinda
He's
like that in
always
The
a
Fog.
he's dude, me and you were on the same wavelength there. He's a poon
That's what I
hound.
wanted to ask
He's
you
a
about.
fucking poon hound. That's what he wanted
He gets
to be.
it with Jamie Lee in that movie.
Yep.
Carpenter movie again.
Yep. Carpenter movie.
We did an episode on The Fog. Go listen to it now. You'll find it in our bio.
And I wasn't a huge fan of The Fog.
Not
I
the-
really wasn't.
Yeah, the original.
The original Fog, I was, and even the remake, it was even worse.
Yeah, the
I'll take the
original-
original
the
over
remake was
the
way
remake.
worse.
I'm just saying,
The original at least had
Atkins
Jamie Lee.
was a poon hound,
He, for
and
some
that's
reason, just randomly ends up with the main character, the main girl, every time.
yeah.
So,
Do you think Tom Atkins is a good looking guy?
listen to me.
Do you think
This
Tom
is-
Atkins is a
this
good
is
looking
where-
guy? Do you
this
think
is-
Tom Atkins is a good
This
looking
is
guy?
where me and you are gonna. People are gonna hate us because of us.
Yes.
I don't get it.
I
with
don't
Tom
get
Atkins.
it either, dude. I don't get it either. Maybe the guy's got a fucking.
There's literally
maybe the guy's got a
yeah,
schlong
maybe.
like this. If you're
Then I
watching
would-
on video,
then I would get it, but no one has said that. There's all these T-shirts and memes made about Tom Atkins being pretty much fucking Chuck Norris.
maybe the guy's fucking hung like a horse.
Maybe, but I
Who
don't
fucking
get
knows?
it. I mean, every
fucking
movie
knows?
he's in, I actually
Maybe
like.
he is.
Season of the 3,
Dude, I like
or
Tom
Season
Atkins.
of the Witch,
Maybe
or
Tom
The
Atkins.
Fog. I like.
Dude, I like Tom Atkins. I don't want to say
But for
that.
some
I don't
reason,
like
he
Tom
always
Atkins.
he always just ends up
The
in the
dude,
laps
the
of
dude
girls.
must be hung like a fucking donkey. Like honestly,
Because I don't get it other than that. And I know most people are going to disagree. There's T-shirts out there being like, if you don't like Tom Atkins, fuck you. I don't get it. Other than the
I
fact that he
I
must
actually
be
like
hanging-
Tom Atkins, but if he was to come up behind me, I don't want a fucking yardstick coming up my ass.
He must be hanging dong,
You
dude.
know,
because
like,
I
what
don't,
the fuck?
I don't get it from an acting standpoint.
Me-
Why he gets all
dude,
these
he
girls.
is not a great actor.
Doesn't make any sense.
He's not a great actor.
Yeah, I don't know.
Does he have a huge dong? Maybe. I don't fucking know. And maybe he does, because in all these movies,
Right.
it's portrayed like he has a huge fucking dong.
So overall,
I thought the villain in Halloween 3 though, great.
Cochran?
Cochran is great. He
Yeah,
he
it
is
takes
one
a-
of the greatest villains
Right.
in the Halloween movies.
It truly is.
Outside of Michael Myers that we have ever seen, because he doesn't give a shit. He wants to kill kids.
Yeah, it's a
He-
Celtic tradition.
Right. He wants to kill the kids. And that to me
That's a
feels like
sacrifice, right?
right. And that to me
Stonehenge, which is
Stonehenge,
weirdly enough.
yes.
So do you feel that? I mean,
And
it's
I
so
don't and
weird
I don't
that
wanna,
they
I
didn't.
don't I don't want to sound like a weirdo that he's a great villain because he wants to kill kids, but he's a great villain because he wants to kill kids. That's truly why he is a great villain.
Well, not even just kids. I mean, he has some adults. Tom Atkins hooked up to the, but it's strictly because of.
It's the kids though. He wants to
Right.
go after the kids. It's
It's
a
a
trick or treat
sacrifice.
thing, right? And that's
Which is
I'm
why
gonna get the kids.
Which is why I don't understand why you won't like Hocus Pocus, man.
Are we bringing this up again?
It's
Are we
true.
bringing fucking Hocus
Anybody
Pocus up
who
again?
hears this, I'm gonna post this on TikTok.
I'm gonna fucking punch this dude
Instagram,
in the face before
and
the end.
no
of it.
one can tell me why this guy hasn't seen Hocus Pocus yet. I'm calling it right now. He likes when kids are the victims. Come on now, guys. This is a TikTok moment if I've never heard it.
I'm
Holy
done.
shit.
I'm done.
Seriously, either way, I mean, this movie is
Great movie.
brilliant.
It's a very good movie.
The gore that it does have, it almost has like a sci-fi feel, almost, right? Mm-hmm. Also, what I wanted to point out is Dick Warlock.
Dick Warlock.
He is one of the assassins who ends up being like a mechanically.
And who's the same Sammy Davis looking Sammy Davis Jr.
Yeah,
looking
he's great too. He's great too. He's great, man. He's at the beginning and the end.
And the end,
So
yeah.
good.
You Sammy Davis looking motherfucker.
Dude, great though. Great.
You're damn right.
Great actor.
You're damn right.
Great actor. But so Dick Warlock was one of the assassins,
Yes.
and he was one of the Michael Myers. He was Michael Myers.
Really?
Yeah. He played
I didn't
the
know
shape.
that. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
He's the one that that Tom Atkins punched in the stomach and ripped his guts out. It was all yellow.
And then
yellow
and then
foamed out.
Cochran's all upset about it because he's like, "Oh, what a weakling," or what?
He was
Or
like,
what-
oh,
yeah.
he was a prototype from like 17,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
1700s. That was
Yeah.
Dick Warlock, who was Michael Myers, the original.
Well, there
Michael
you go,
Myers.
people. There you fucking go.
So this has been a very drunk episode, but
It's been a drunk
we didn't
episode.
really get into the plot, which actually we're trying to get away from anyway, just so
Yep.
everybody knows.
It's a good. If you haven't seen Halloween 3, fucking watch it.
So everybody who's watching this has seen it because season 3 is a very niche thing. It's like you either love it or you hate it. There's no in between at all.
I loved it.
I loved it too. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, very good.
The shock factor that it has is good. It also keeps a lot of mystery.
Yep.
Obviously, if you think of it in the Halloween franchise, it's tough because Michael Myers, obviously.
Right.
But I still consider it better than 4, 5, 6, all of them.
All of those. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we really appreciate you guys having with us today. Drunk episode. We're going to Salem next weekend.
We're going to Salem, bitches.
By the time this comes out, we'll probably be there. So we're going to have some content from Salem, Massachusetts. While we're there, we're going to film. We're going to have some cool stuff for you there. So while you're listening to this, maybe we have that put out as well.
And we love all you guys.
We love all of you. Spooky season
is upon us.
Yeah, it's the reason we are intoxicated is because spooky season is our season. We love we're a very big Christmas people, but spooky season is like
Christmas for us.
It's festive.
It's Christmas for us.
Yeah, it is Christmas for us, and we're very happy to be joined by everybody that listens. Yeah. I don't want to get emotional, but
don't cry again. Don't cry again, Johnny. Johnny, don't cry.
I just really appreciate because we put a lot of hard work into everything we do.
We do.
And it's not the best. We know that.
And sometimes we get drunk. And sometimes we want to talk to you.
Every time we get drunk. But that's not the point. It's that we really truly care about every single person that listens to the podcast and follows us on Instagram and in all social media accounts, and we really appreciate it. It's just a blessing for us, especially during this time of year. We get emotional about it because we just,
we love Halloween. We love spooky season.
We work so hard. Me and Matt's relationship is built off of horror movies. It really is.
Me and John literally hate each other.
That's not true.
No, I'm not being.
He knows.
I'm not being honest at all. But like honestly, we work hard to bring you guys content, and we want to be the best that we can. Right. And sometimes we disagree on the way that we can do that. Yeah. Obviously. But at the same time, I think our dynamic works. And I would say, happy spooky season to all you fuckers. And happy spooky season to Johnny. And happy spooky season to everyone who wants to celebrate.
Thank you guys so much.
So cheers.
Bring us out, Matt.
And may the power of Christ compel you. Later, guys.
Home of horror, the Home of Horror podcast. Home of horror, the Home of Horror podcast. Horror podcast. So that's your third Stephen King?
Don't start with me, dude.
I bet they spent less than $50,000 on that movie.
$252,000.
Oh wow, really? Home of